At Gym. This is the Math of Strength, and if you're interested in getting your numbers worked out for you, click the link above. We'll get on a call and we'll see how we can help you out. But really, this is not really all that complicated stuff. It's just very simple math. You just have to apply it. Okay, but click the link above and we'll be able to actually sit down because I'd love to meet you. But anyway, what we're going to do is we're going to use a 4x4 for a squat and a 4x4 for a deadlift. Now, at first glance, you might think like, oh, these numbers should be almost identical. What we know from research is that how you run your sets for a deadlift and how you run your sets for a squat or a press are completely different. So the squat and the press, actually how you run your sets for those two, seem to have more similarities than what they do for a deadlift. A row is even just a little bit different, same as chin-ups, all that kind of stuff. So we're going to go 4x4 on a squat, 4x4 on a deadlift, but first we have to cover, this is what we're basing this off of, this like auditory kind of regulation type stuff. So we know that for one repetition, we're going to be able to do 100%. 100% is one rep, okay? And the further that we get away from this, the harder it gets to really judge accurately. But at the same time, we can use these numbers to kind of give us a pretty good estimation of what we should be using. Now, the thing is, you want to get very clear with your numbers so that you're not making huge errors. If you start guessing, you're going to make huge errors. If you get very clear and you make tiny little errors, you're going to be a lot better off. I'd rather make an error this big than this big when it comes to my health, because I don't know about you, but I can't afford to get injured. So click the link above so that we can help you out. But if one rep equals 200 or equals 100%, not 200%, then what's 2 reps equal? What's 4 reps, 6 reps, 8 reps? Well, 2 reps is about 97% of your 1 rep max. Okay? If you can do whatever you can do for 2 reps is about 97%. So you would like if you can do 200 for 2 reps, then you would take 200 divided by 0.97, and that would give you about your calculated, a pretty close estimation of your calculated max. Say same thing. 4 reps is 91%, 6 reps is 85%, 97% 2 reps, 91% is 4 reps, 85 is 6 reps, 79% is 8 reps. This is going to come in handy here later when we're in our final week, and we're going to do a plus on each one, and the plus just means we're going to go for as many reps as we possibly can to hit a repetition max to figure out where we actually are. Okay, the biggest problem that I see, one of the biggest, I shouldn't say biggest because there's many more before this, like technical errors, but one of the biggest problems I see is people try to build past what they're capable of instead of building to what they're capable of and then smashing that number. That's what you want to do. You want to try to build up to what you're capable of and then smash that with a repetition max. All right, so if we get into a squat on a 4x4, well, we know that for 4 reps, it's 91% of our 1 rep max. So we want to start with the end in mind. Down here, this is the last set. So this is week 1, week 2, week 3, week 4. So week 4 is right here, week 3 is right here, week 2 is right here, week 1 is right here for the deadlifts and the squats, just to give you an overview. All right, so we're going to end at 88%, even though 91% is our 1 rep max for a 4 rep deadlift or squat. Do you see? Because we want to build up to what we're capable of and then smash that number with a repetition max instead of trying to build beyond what we're capable of. We don't want to try to go up to 120% because then the bar is going to smash us instead of us smashing our repetition. Okay, don't get stapled underneath the bar. Missing reps is stupid. All right, so we're going to start out 88% because it's lower than what we're capable of, and then we can smash that with a repetition. So maybe you get 10 reps here, or let's say you get 8 reps, then you would be able to divide whatever number you got here by 79%, give you your calculated max for the coming month. All right, so we're going to go 88%. So this is the thing with the squat. 88%, 83, 78, 68 is going to be your build up to that repetition max. But on week 3, week 2, and week 1, we're going to use those as coaxing the gain along so that we get the most benefit out of it without giving ourselves an injury. Because your body needs to learn. This is a coaxing. This is a leadership. This is you're teaching your body. You're imposing a stress and then asking it to recover. Imposing a stress, asking it to recover. Imposing a stress, asking it to recover. It's a designed stress that our body recovers from and responds to by giving you more muscle, more energy, more productivity, more efficiency, whatever it is that you need to get done by way of doing that exercise. That's why you need a plan so that you can design this thing, not just let it be by chance. So week 3, we're going to go 83, 83 for set 4 and set 3. For set 2, we're only going to do 78 because we're still acclimating up to these larger numbers. And for set 1, we're going to do 68%. Now, this isn't to say that you wouldn't do some work before this. You would have a few warm-up sets, and you'd hit 68. That's week 3. Week 2, you go 78, 78, 73, 63. Why this build-up? Because we want the body to learn. Okay? Obviously, you can do more than 78% if your 4-rep max is 91%, but there's no reason to do your 91% here because you're just torching your nervous system. You're not letting your body learn what it could from the strength training that you are doing, and you will not get the muscle adaptation. The muscle will not grow. You will not get the strength adaptation. The muscle will not get stronger. You will torch out your body, and it will pay you right here what you deserve, which is a slap in the face, and this one's going to hurt. All right, week 1, we're going to do week 1 and week 2 are going to be the same, 78, 78, 73, 63. All right, so if we were going to do, let's say we were going to do a 225-pound max, 225-pound max, I'm going to do this in blue. 225-pound max. I've already worked out the numbers over here, and a lot of people apparently think that we don't actually do the numbers out for all of our clients. Yeah, we do, and it's because I used to just do all the math out, with a calculator, sit down, do all the math out. Took me too long for the number of clients that we had. All right, so I built out an Excel program that I can actually just type in the number and I can get the numbers out. You get this at the link above. So click the link above. So we would do at a 225 max. That blue marker does not work well. All right, 225 max, we'd be starting out at 140. Okay, 140 when you can do 225? What? That's crazy. Do it. Okay, you're coaxing the gain. You're coaxing the gain. So you do 140, 165, 140, 165, 175, 175. Okay, that would be the same here. Correct? 140. Okay, so week 1 and week 2, we're doing them the same. 175, 175, because we're working smart and we're working hard. Okay? The fitness industry is trying to convince you that you got to get out of the room by knocking down the wall, by knocking down the door. You don't need to knock down the door. You need to turn the doorknob and walk through. Okay? That's what I'm teaching you how to do here. Okay, so 175, 175, week 3, we're going to go 155, 175, 185, 185. So what did I say there? 155, 175, 185, 185. All right, so still, you can squat 225, but you're only doing 4 reps of 185. Well, you can squat 225 for 1, and we don't want to be even getting close to that yet. We want to be staying underneath what we are capable. Your 4-rep max is 91%. We're going to stay at 83 so that we'll coax this gain along because we're working smart. We are not working hard. You want to make small errors, not big errors. Okay, for the final week, I'm on the right one. Yes, I am. For the final week, we're going to go 155, 175, 185, 200. So 155, what did I say there? 175. All right, put it in a different spot. Screwing you up. Okay, 155, 175, 185, 200, and we're going to do that. And we're going to do that 200 for a plus set. So we're going to do that for as many reps as we can, because if we are to turn around and do 200 for 8 reps, let's say, or 225 for 8 reps, I said 200 in there, 200 for 8 reps, we are no longer at, take that divided by 79%, and you'd be able to get what we're talking about. You're no longer at a 225-pound calculated squat. You're now at a 253.2. You put 20, what is that? That's almost 25, it's a little over 28 pounds, 28.2 pounds onto your squat. Did you get stronger? Calculated wise, yes, you got stronger, okay? You did get stronger. People that try to argue this, I'm like, you're silly, knock it off. All right, so if you get 8 reps right here, and you were only going, that's what we're going for. Okay? That's what you want, to work smart. You're smashing the number here. If you work up to 225 and try to get 8, the bar is going to smash you. Okay, that's what's going to happen. But you see this? Like, you went from 140 to 200 over the course of the month, and you got stronger, you got the muscle, and you got all the results of what you were trying to get. All right, what about the deadlift? What is different from the deadlift to the squat? Well, with the squat, it doesn't really like these repeats. Okay, for some reason, the squat does better with just straight sets. So we're going to go week 4. We're going to get down to 88%, just like we did for the squat. So we're going to use the same build-up as we did for the squat, 88, 83, 78, 68, to build up to our repetition max of the deadlift. Where it differs is in the week 3, week 2, and week 1. Week 3, we're going 83, 78, 73, 63. And week 2, we're going 78, 73, 68, 58. And it's the same for week 2 and week 1. Because, same thing, we're trying to coax the gain along. But for some reason, you don't need to do these repeat sets like this with the deadlift. The deadlift just doesn't respond as well to those. All right, so what numbers are we looking at for the deadlift? We're looking at 225. So we're actually going to start out a little bit lighter. Okay, we're going to go 130, You're going to go 130, 155, 165, 175. Even though you can do 225, you're only going to build up to 175. Why? Because we're coaxing the gain along. Okay? It's going to feel like you don't have a ton of weight in your hands. That's the point. This is the thing that almost everybody is messing up. You're working harder than the utility of the hard work. Okay? So work smart with this thing. Okay, week 2, it'll be the same thing. Let's make sure I got my numbers right. Yes, I did. All right, so 130, 155, 165, 175. Now, do you see how the numbers aren't matching up? It's 160, 175, 165, 155, 130, 140, 165, 175, 175. It's different from week to week, or from exercise to exercise, okay? So we're going to go 140 for week 3, 140, 165, 175, 185. 165, 175, 185. This is a way to systematize coaxing the gain. So the reason you do this is because you're going to have days where you walk in and you're going to angry lift and you're going to get yourself hurt, or you're going to be overly, I hate using the word motivated. I shouldn't say hate. I dislike using the word motivated. But you're going to be like amped up and you're going to try to do more than what you're capable of because it wasn't written down on a sheet, and you're going to make a huge error and set yourself back 2 weeks. But if we plan this thing out, we get more out of it in the future. All right, the last one, we're going to go 155, 175, 185. It'll be the same. 175, 185, 200. We're going to do this for a set of plus. All right, remember that if we get 8 reps on this, let's say we get 6 reps. Let's say that our squat is better than our deadlift, and we got this times 8, which equal to 253.2, which minus 225 is a 28.2 increase in your max strength. Okay, what about for the deadlift? Let's say that you got 6, okay? $235.3, okay? 235.3 minus 225 is 10.3 plus. So your deadlift went up 10 pounds, your squat went up 28 pounds, okay, because you got an extra 2 reps and you got an extra 4 reps. Okay, this is working smart. Okay, it's working smart and working hard. It's putting some weight in your hands, but not putting so much weight in your hands that you're maxing out like a 20-year-old idiot. Okay, this is the biggest mistake that I made in my lifting for years and years and years. It took me forever to figure out. You want to work up to what you're capable of and then smash that with the repetitions, rather than trying to build past what you're capable of and then just feeling like shit because your nervous system is torched and you actually didn't get to what you were planning. This is about predicting results. Okay? You want to be able to predict this thing. This is success by design, not by chance. All right? We are figuring out from the math, because the math allows us to make little tiny errors, tiny, tiny little errors. Whereas if you start guessing, you're going to make these huge astronomical errors. Do not do that. Work smart. This is the math of strength for the difference between 4x4 on a squat, 4x4 on a deadlift, with a 4 rep max, repetition max, that's what I was trying to say, to figure out how much stronger we're going to get after doing it this way. And if you've been lifting for a long time, try it this way. And you'll blow your numbers up at the end of this, but you have to do it this way. And I've had a lot of people, like Jim Windler says the same thing. They'll go, I can't get strong that way. Well, how's it going your way? Okay? Maybe try my way. Shoulder might feel a little bit better, hip might feel a little bit better, knee might feel a little bit better, and I bet your numbers improve too. Why? Because you could actually recover from the stress that you are imposing upon your body to get to where you want to go. Okay, this is the math of strength for a squat versus a deadlift on a 4x4 program, a 4-week 4x4 program. If you're interested in learning and figuring out what your numbers are and how you should do them, click the link above. We'll sit down one-on-one, just you and me, and figure it out. But click the link above, and we'll get going.